Hi guys! Welcome to a new video. Today I ranked and classified all the special moves in the Hajime no Ippo PSP game, using the damage number calculator in the training mode of the game. The total offensive mode are 34, so let's see all of them, starting at the weakest till we got to the strongest. In the last position, the 34, we got the flicker jab, used by Mishiba. Alto. The technique is fast and relayable. In this video, we are just measuring the power of the special moves, make it so that the flicker will stand at the last position, with a 942 points of damage at max reached. Next at the 33, we got the solar plexus punch of hammer. Now, the technique is good, but it lacks enough speed to make the punch really more charged, and so powerful. The move reached just a bit more the 1000 with 1100 points. At the 32, we got the famous Hien. It has a really good variety of attacks pattern, but like most left special moves, it lacks specific impact power, but that's okay, considering the speed and the fantasy of the technique. It reached a max of 1294 points. Just one down is 31, with Hanayami shotgun. The power shots are fairly strong, despite throwing so many punches. The max points reach is 1866. At the 30 position we got one of the magician technique Malcolm Ghetto, the extending punch. I noticed that when he uses this technique, not only his reach is extend, but also his power by a lot. With a max of 2270 points of damage. At the 29, there is the corkscrew punch of Okita, with a good striking power, given by the rotation of the arm. The max points are at 2437 of damage. With an unexpected surprise, at the 28 position, there is the most renowned special moves of the series. The Dempsey roll with a 2854 points in max damage. This is because in this ranked list, we are counting and listing every single punch alone in itself. The Dempsey roll is a really strong technique in the game, but only if we can use all the punches that Ippo throws with it at the enemy. If you think about it, a single punch of 2000 power, it's not that much, but the Dempsey roll can dish these out in an infinite cycle, continuously, and that's what makes it so fearful, not the power of the single punches alone. By reaching the 3001 points, next is the head foul of hammer. Now, in the 27 position, I know that is a foul, but it's still counted as a special technique in the game, and as you will see next, in this list, fouls in this game are very powerful, and don't even have that much of a negative side, because the referee will not say anything, no matter how many times you do it. The only thing is, that by using your head, you are very much exposed to big counters, and powerful punches, as it should be. And for the 26th position, we got the Tsubame Geishi of Sonata, with 3285 points in damage at maximum. The move is a tight uppercut, that has a good power, and can enter inside of most of the opponent's guards, maybe a bit slow. The next technique at the 25 is not counted as a special move in the game, and it is a right counter performed by Miyata, but as maybe a lot of you already know, Miyata is very good with counters, so that the game has given him a lot of power for this move, making so that the right counter for his case can be considered a special move. And let me tell you, when this counter hits an opponent in full, it can become pretty destructive, and it's also pretty fast. It is used by Miyata, of course it would be, in damage points. At still momentum, it can do a damage points of 3486. But I am sure that by being a counter, and adding even the momentum of your adversary, it can become even more devastating. Then next is the Fisherman of the Hajime no Ippo series, Shimabukuro, with the Gazelle punch. In the basic, is the same technique that Ippo use, and this strong body fisherman can make it go to 3628 points in damage, not as strong as the on that Ippo use, as you will see, but considering he has less reach, being less tall, it's still a pretty good move. Just one below is the right smash of Ippo. Yeah. Tough. The smash are more used by Sendo. This special move that Ippo use is still pretty powerful with a damage points of 3760. And his reach and distance can hit your opponent in the temple on the left side, while Ippo is still pretty guarded. At the 22 position there is a special kind of punch, the Dragon Fish Blow, being a move that tries to deceive his opponent. With a 2-time attack, it can be pretty hard to guard, and has a good of power in either the down body blow, and the upright punch. The damage points at max are 3804. At the 21 position, we got the explosive smash of Sendo, the normal version, not the one with a more lowered body position. The points damage are 3,889. The power is not bad, but the explosive speed of the technique, plus the good range and aim of the punch, that can hit on the right side of the head of your opponent, can make Sendo position in a good angle, just outside of danger zone, where he cannot be countered easily. Then we have the old veteran boxer, Kichi, Take. With his experience he can perform a powerful low-position uppercut, that can be effective, if used really close to the opponent, giving only him space to attack, because of the minimum space requirement for this punch. He can even use it with his left arm, because he can change his guard to the southpaw style, being an experienced veteran as it is. The position is the 20, with a 4,232 point in maximum damage. On the 19 position, there is Miyata, with his special counterpunch, where he uses all his body, to strike a powerful right straight called, as you all may know, the Jolt. With 4,291 points of damage. As for the manga, even in the game, this move is a perfect counter, that can change the outcome of the fight, with just one punch, but like every counter, you have to have the right distance, and timing, to perform it in the right way, or you will be just countered yourself. At the 18 position, we've got an iconic move, that started the manga itself, the Joffrey uppercut, with 4,506 point of damage. This punch can send any enemy right to his KO. Because of his destructive power, but you have to wait for the right time, where your opponent has a good opening, or at least he is at the corner, because of the great windup of this special move. Then next, a move that only the Reaper itself can do, we have the chopping right, with 4,832 points of damage, a special move that is really well balanced, because of his good range, speed, and pretty strong power, and low risk. In the 16 position, there is our favorite Russian boxer Volg, with his special move the White Fang, a two-time attack with speed, power, and variety, a really good mix that can be used in every situation, making every combination, performed by Volg, a possible chance to use the White Fang at the end of it, to finish the fight right away. The maximum points damage are 4915. At the 15 position, we start to go to the really heavy hitters of the game, going beyond the 5,000 points. We begin with the right flash of Sawamura. One of the fastest and powerful right in the game, with 5,182 points in damage. At the start, the special move seems just a very fast and simple right straight, but the more you use it, with an opponent that has his guard open, the more this move can multiple his power, transforming itself in a powerful counter. That is why Sawamura always use it at the end of his bullet jab. The more your enemy will be open to attacks, the more this move will be powerful. At the 14 position, we have a special move that we have already seen on this video, the Gazelle Punch, but this time the one used by Ippo, with 5,286 points in damage. Just like the one that used Shimabukuro, this left hook is very powerful, and has a good angle to attack. The one that Ippo use is just more powerful, so it's even better. Okay, from now on, the difference in raw power between each special move in each position will be on the 1,000, making every one of these special punches a real deal to face head on. So at the 13 position, we got the funny and strange move of Aoki Masaru, the double punch. Bizarre as it is, it has a 7,037 points in maximum damage. Maybe that is why, being a move so strange, it is very hard to aim right at the opponent. At the 12th position, there is another move that we have already seen on this video, the Dragon Fish Blow, this time made by Sawamura, with a high 8,766 point in maximum damage. Like the one used by Kimura, this move has to be performed with a perfect timing and aim to draw the max power out of it, or either you will just hit the air with your punches, or the move will make very low damage to your opponent. At the 11th position, we have the punch that can stop the time itself for your adversary, the hard shot corkscrew punch of the former Japan champion Ag Date. With his speed, and power of 9,298 points of damage, and plus the ability to paralyze your enemy. If you hit him right on his heart, it can become a pretty fearful strike. At the 10 position, there is a pretty simple and ignorant technique, a charged and full open direct right strike, especially powerful, but full of weight, making it really slow when it's used. Its name is the coconut punch, of the comic relief nemesis of Aoki Masaru, the boxer, Papaya Daishu. With 12,033 points in maximum damage. Then at the 9 position, there is the Takamura uppercut, a punch that in the manga, he uses out of frustration, because he wasn't connecting any punches in one of his fights, and out of nowhere, with a feint, it hits his adversary, making Takamura win that particular match. Like in the manga, this move it's pretty crazy, and has a lot of full open swing, with weird attacks angles, but of course, being Takamura that use it, it just becomes one of the powerful moves of the game, making it have a power of 12,158 in points damage. And at the 8 position, we have a head foul, made by our very demonic boxer Mishiba. The move is really explosive, with 12,378 points in damage, but being a head foul, it carries the risk to be countered directly, by being hit by a full body weight punch, right in the head, and also, it has a very short range of attack. The next move, at the 7 position, is the bullet jab, of Sawamura. This move is a series, of a lot really fast, and flash weak jabs. That is why they are called bullet jabs, but that is not why this move is on the 7 position. In fact, after the quick jabs of the moves, if you connect every one of them to your adversary, Sawamura will add one more punch, striking with a powerful right flash, even more powerful than the one that he does alone, that we already seen on this video in the 15 position. So remember, this moves it's really powerful, only if all your initial bullets jabs touch your opponent, making Sawamura ready to attack, with a devastating right flash, with a power damage points, that can go to a monster level of 22,154. As I'll let you see right now, in video this the damage you do with the move, when you don't connect all the jabs, and this the one you do, with all the combination connected. Yeah, pretty scary. And at the 6th position, we got the perfect boxer of the game, and the manga of Hajime no Ippo, the pinnacle of strength, that every character of this series wished to have, Ricardo Martinez, that despite no special moves for himself, he, the embodiment of the perfect balanced boxing style, with a simple right, can achieve a power of 35,375 points in damage, making it clear why he is the strongest of the series. Then at the 5 position, we once again find Aoki Masaru, with his hilarious, but extremely powerful, frog punch, an uppercut charged so low, that basically becomes a bomb ready to explode on the chin of your enemy, with 38,117 points in damage. Of course, the downside is that the move is very wide when used, and it's pretty slow to charge, making it easy to avoid for your adversary. Then for the top 4, at this point of the ranked list, every special moves will reach monster level of power attack, making all of them a one-punch KO opportunity. When unleashed, they will all go beyond the 100,000 damage points easily, and to each of them will be a big difference in damage for several 100,000 of points. So at the 4th position, we have Hoshi, with his Seiken, a basic punch technique taught in karate. It's a basic strike, and a base form, that in every character practitioner knows. With it he can generate a lot of power, with a single, and unstoppable strike. It's a bit slow, yeah, but it's not even that much of a problem, considering you can spam it how many times you want. At some point your opponent is gonna get caught by it, and it will be hell for him. Maybe he cannot put down for good his adversary with one punch, but no matter the opponent, every time this cannon hits, your enemy will go down, or get greatly damaged, making it a fearsome technique. I mean the Seiken has 119,713 in damage points. There is not much your adversary can do, after he takes such a damage in full. At the top 3, in the 3rd position, we start with a secret character of the game, that is not even human, the bear that Takamura fights, and kills in the manga, with a single attack in his set moves. He is not very mobile, and he is super slow, and he lacks stamina, and with a good punch to the head, like in the manga, he can even go down. But in exchange for all of that, he can deliver mortal scratches, with his claws, that get to 381,278 points in damage. And at the silver position, for the number 2 in power in the game, we got Jimmy Svisva, with his mental state getting crazy. After the fight with Miyata, his boxing style has gotten crazy also, making him using a special move that is just a super insane charged right strike attack that can cover a distance that is large as all the ring, corner to corner. His power is almost unrivaled. If it wasn't for the first position on this list, this technique, with a single punch, can really destroy even the most heavy opponent, even the ones in a higher weight class, with an outstanding 526,919 points in damage. Of course, being it so crazy and being just in reality, a simple and total charged assault, it can be easily countered, but only if your opponent has the courage and the nerve to do it. And at last finally, we got to the first position, with the power champion boxer of this game, and it is none other than the boxer with a will of steel, and the iconic coach of the series, Kamogawa, with his technique that is taken from his past as a prize fighter, the Iron Fist, also called the Tekken Fist, a body blow so powerful and devastating that it can only be done 5 times per match, and that is just a reference to the manga, because Kamogawa had a limited times of use of the technique, because every time he uses it, his hand were getting broken. Now, you can't just get close to your opponent and use the Tekken Fist, because the technique has a huge wind-up, so remembering even the limited use of 5 times, just be patient, and use normal body blows to wear out your adversary, and then, at the right time, when he is weakened enough, you use the Tekken Fist, and send him right to the other world, with a monstrous 822,998 points in maximum damage points. And that is all for this video. Thanks if you got all the way there. It was a bit hard to study every technique, and explain it and ranking them in power, so I hope you liked it. So thanks for seeing the video. And don't forget to subscribe,